how to communicate about sex. So last week, this is really a continuation from last week, which was, our question was, how much sex is enough? And throughout our talk today and our questions and answers, I'd like you to sort of start a dialogue which we're going to do throughout. I'm going to ask a number of different questions of how much sex you need each week in order, you and your partner, in order to feel happy. Or how much you all have, because this is just going to show you that everybody is different, that there's no right or wrong amount, etc. So this is a dialogue that we're going to have throughout while we continue with the question, how do you communicate about sex? Now, the important thing to remember is that sex is just another part of life, and if it's another part of life, even if you've been brought up in a closed environment in terms of your family, that it's something that really is important to talk about with your partner, so that you don't, it's not a hidden part of your life at all. It's just another part of something that we do in our lives, without it being something that's shameful or something that we don't want to talk about. So, and any of you who've just joined me, in case you haven't joined me before, my name's Sophie Keller, and I've been writing for the Huffington Post for 2 years. I also do the Balanced Life segments on the morning television show for KTLA, and am one of the personalities for a new HD lifestyle channel called the B Network. Listen, this is quite a difficult one, because if she's grown up around a lot of men, she's obviously been influenced a lot in the masculine ways of doing things, and probably as a result of that, she probably likes to do things herself. She probably instigates a lot of things, etc. I probably would say to her, look, you know, it's okay to be a woman. I mean, I'm the guy in this relationship, and there are some things where you might want to just, you know, let go of sort of being the instigator of things, or whatever male masculine things that you think she does. Well, I would say to them, do you realize that you criticize me and other people the whole time? That I would come out with it and say, do you realize that you are doing this, and that it really affects me, and really probably affects the way that you live your life and what you're attracting to you, but by being so critical. And also, the thing about people who tend to be critical is it's taking the position of judge. And who are we to judge? Nobody can judge anybody. You know, and often someone who's critical, underneath that is an enormous amount of insecurity, and a weakness and a fear of not being able to control things. So I don't think this is unsalvageable, actually, because it really is a matter of changing a pattern. And let me give you an exercise to give to your partner, okay? This is what I would say to them. When you think that you're about to criticize, and usually we do everything in our mind first before it comes out into the world, so to speak, before you say it, you usually sort of say it in your mind. So what I would say to your partner is, when you find in your mind that you're criticizing something or somebody, bring out that sentence in front of you, right? Now, if she's right-handed, she'll bring it out in front of her right hand, and she'll bring up the sentence like, you're not good enough, or whatever it is, and then cross it out. She crosses it out with a big red marker, and then puts what would she rather. So let me explain that again. In her mind, you're going to say to her, and this is my coaching for you, Roger, to give to your partner. In her mind, whenever she criticizes, you're going to tell her that this is a real issue for her, for you, and for what she's attracting. She needs to say, every time she catches herself in her mind being critical, right, which probably stems from her mum, her dad criticizing her when she was young, etc. It's usually a voice, it's usually a parental voice. She's going to take that sentence that she's thought of in her mind before she said it, she's going to put it in front of her as if it's in front of her face. She's going to cross out the sentence with a big red marker in her mind's eye, right? In her mind's eye, you're not good enough, the picture doesn't look good there, etc., etc. The picture doesn't look good there. Cross it out, okay, and then put it behind her, and then for her to imagine, what would I rather? What would I rather? Well, why don't we put the picture somewhere else? Or, you know, whatever it is, meaning instead of the picture doesn't look good there, or how about we try it somewhere else? Or your hair doesn't look great, we'll cross out, and she'll go, actually, I really love your hair the way that you had it the other day. Okay, so she's literally taking it out of her mind, crossing it out, throwing it away, and saying something new. So that's my coaching to you to give to her, and hopefully that'll help. If a man feels poorly about his body weight, can this affect his libido in a negative way? Absolutely. If he doesn't feel attractive, and he doesn't look after himself, etc., and he doesn't feel sexy with his body, if he's not attracted to his body, then how can he expect someone else to be attracted to his body? So it's very important for you to feel happy and comfortable in your own skin, in your own body, in order for somebody else to be attracted to your body. So you could be any weight, so long as you are happy with how you look and you think that you're very attractive, you're very sexual, etc., then that vibe and energy will come across to someone else. But if they don't feel comfortable, if somebody doesn't feel comfortable fully in their skin, then they won't feel as comfortable sexually. And I really do think that can, yes, I think that can really affect their libido. Well, I mean, don't tell, just do, is what is, you know. The thing about with a woman, if you want to have sex with a woman, you have to woo her long before you want to have sex with her. So the wooing starts hours before. And we're very different because it's a build-up for us. It's about whether you open the car door for us, it's whether you say, oh, your hair looks nice. It's a build-up for us. It's not, I want it, there you go, have it. It's like the woman looks at how you've been with them through the day, if you've been nice, if you've been warm, if you've noticed things, if you've noticed their hair or how they look, or if they've got a necklace on that you like. So just take that into account, that ours starts, very early. Ours starts hours before you want to actually have sex with us. It's not like with a man where you can just go on and off. The testosterone goes on and off. We really just build up to it. So if you, Derek, can understand how a woman is, you need to look at what you're doing hours beforehand to make her happy. So if you can you're building up towards it, and then you're just gently opening her up by, whether you're taking her out for dinner, whether you're telling her she looks great, whether you're, whatever you're doing, it takes a while for us. It's very different to a man. On HowHappyIs.com, we've got coming up, we've got Surviving Miscarriage. It's a new CD and a workbook and guide and meditation for women who've lost babies during pregnancy or just after, which will be out in a couple of weeks' time. That will be on HowHappyIs.com. And anyone who wants to, that's from my experience of losing a baby. And anyone else, if you know anyone else who has, this is going to be a great gift for them at any time in their lives.